want to give your living room a fresh and stylish makeover? Do you want your living room to look luxurious? One of the easiest and most effective ways is to pull your sofas away from the wall. This simple trick can transform the look and feel of your space, creating a more dynamic, sophisticated and inviting atmosphere. Hi everyone, Lulu here. Welcome back to my channel where I share with you some of the best tips and tricks for interior design. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a dynamic and sophisticated look in your living room by pulling your sofas away from the wall. As I said, this is a simple and effective way to transform your space and mood, and I'm going to explain why and how to do it. But before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of my new videos. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Now, let's get into the video. First of all, why pull your sofas away from the wall? You might be wondering why you should pull your sofas away from the wall, especially if you have a small or narrow living room. Well, there are actually many benefits to doing this, such as 1. It can make your room look bigger and more balanced. When you place your sofas against the wall, you create a lot of empty space in the center of the room, which can make it look sparse or unbalanced. By pulling your sofas away from the wall, you can fill up the space more evenly and create a sense of depth and dimension. 2. It can create a more intimate and cozy setting. When you pull your sofas away from the wall, you can create a more enclosed and defined sitting area, which can foster a more comfortable and conversational mood. You can also use the back of the sofa as a divider to separate different zones in an open plan space, such as a living room and a dining room. 3. It can add a touch of luxury and elegance. When you pull sofas away from the wall, you can showcase their shape and style more prominently, which can make them look more expensive and refined. You can also accessorize them with cushions, throws, and rugs to add more textures and color. The second question is how to pull your sofas away from the wall. Now that you know why you should pull your sofas away from the wall, let me show you how to do it. Here are some tips and examples to help you. 1. Consider the traffic flow and functionality of the room. You don't want to block the pathways or make it difficult to access other furniture or features in the room. Make sure there is enough space behind and around the sofas for people to walk comfortably and safely. 2. Balance the weight and scale of the sofas with other elements in the room. You don't want to make the sofas look too dominant or too small in relation to the rest of the room. You can use other pieces of furniture such as chairs, tables, lamps, or plants to create a harmonious and symmetrical arrangement. 3. Experiment with different angles and positions. You don't have to pull your sofas completely away from the wall or place them parallel to each other. You can try different angles and positions to create more interest and variety in the room. For example, you can place your sofa perpendicular to the wall and another sofa facing it at an angle, or you can place one sofa in the center of the room and another sofa along the wall. And the most important question is, what are the pros and cons of pulling your sofas away from the wall? As with any design decision, there are pros and cons to pulling your sofas away from the wall. Here are some of them. Pros: it can make your room look more spacious, balanced, and inviting. It can create a more cozy and intimate atmosphere for socializing and relaxing. It can add a touch of style and sophistication to your sofas and your room. Cons: it can reduce the amount of wall space available for hanging art or other decorations. It can make your room look cluttered or crowded if you have too many sofas or other furniture in the room. It can make your room look darker or colder if you have less natural light or warmth coming from the windows. So there you have it. Pulling your sofas away from the wall can be a simple and effective way to create a dynamic and sophisticated look in your living room. It can make your room look bigger, cozier, and more elegant depending on how you do it. Of course, there are also some drawbacks to consider, such as the loss of wall space, the risk of clutter, and the effect on the lighting and temperature of the room. But as long as you follow the tips and examples I show you, you can pull it off successfully and enjoy the results. I hope you found this video helpful and inspiring. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of my new videos. I post new videos every week on interior design, so stay tuned for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!